Hey guys, welcome to Macy's YouTube channel. I'm Anais, Rivera, and in this episode of Extreme Looks, I'm going to be doing a glittered zippered face. I hope you guys enjoy. So I did my brows off camera. I'm just gonna jump right into the tutorial, and this is going to be a voiceover because once I have the zipper on my face, I will not be able to talk. Let's get started. So we're gonna go ahead and take a flathead brush and glue the latex onto the back of the zipper. Let it dry for around 30 seconds and apply it to your face in whatever position you like. Make sure not to move your mouth around too much because the zipper will lift, and if it does, then just make sure to touch it up with latex. We're gonna go ahead and take the Naked Urban Decay Cherry Palette and use the shade Young Love, which is a purple shimmer shade. And we're gonna fill in the zippered area with purple eyeshadow to ensure that no skin would peek through the glitter. So we're gonna start out by taking the Too Faced glitter glue and apply a coat of glitter glue on top of the zippered area. The next step is to apply galactic glitter in the shade Rose. I'm gonna apply this with a flat brush on top of the glitter glue. So I'm alternating between the glitter glue and the matte galactic glitter to make sure that everything has glitter and that it doesn't dry up fast. To go ahead and prime your eyelids, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer in light medium and set it with translucent powder, which is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, to set your eyelids so it doesn't crease and it can last all day. So next we're gonna apply a light transition shade. I'm gonna dip into the Naked Urban Decay Cherry Palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Juicy, which is a light pink shade, just to create definition in my eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a fluffy brush, and I'm going to do windshield wiper motions back and forth to make sure the transition shade is seamlessly blended. Next, I'm gonna apply a slightly darker shade from the same palette, which is called Bing, which is more like a mauve shade, just to create definition into my eyeshadow. I'm going to be doing windshield wiper motions and circular motions right below the transition shade, all over my crease. This is gonna ensure that everything is seamlessly blended. So I'm going to apply the shade Devilish, which is more of a plum shade, and Privacy, which is a brown shade. And I'm gonna pat that into my lid and blend up into the crease to make a smoky, seamless blend. In case fallout from the glitter gets onto your face, you can clean it out with any makeup wipe. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and wiggle this across my top lashes only to get ready for falsies. Go ahead and grab your lashes. I'm going to be using the Tarte Pro Baddie Lashes. So we're going to go ahead and measure the eyelash against our eye to ensure that it is the length of our eye. If not, you can go ahead and cut it with a pair of scissors. Now for glue, I'm going to use the Tarte Pro Lash Adhesive. Apply this to the lash band and wait for around 30 seconds. And once it's tacky, we can go ahead and apply it. So that's it for the eyes. We're going to move on to complexion. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Primer acts as a base for your foundation to apply smoothly and last all day. So next we're going to apply foundation. I'm going to be using the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint in St. Moritz. So I'm going to dot this foundation all over my face using my finger, and then I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender to make sure that everything is blended out. You can blend this foundation down to your neck to make sure that there is no discoloration and everything is one color. So now we're going to apply concealer. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer in light medium, and I'm going to apply this to places where I would like to conceal and highlight, like under my eyes, and I'm going to blend this out with a beauty blender. The next step would be to set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to pour the powder into the cap and dip the beauty blender into the powder and put this under my eyes and bake for around 2 to 5 minutes to make sure that the concealer is in place. I'm going to be taking the Lancome Cheek and Contour brush, and I'm going to be using the flat sides to brush off the bake and using the other side to dip into the powder and set the rest of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and contour my cheekbones, jawline, and forehead with the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and I'm going to be taking that on a Smashbox brush. I'm going to start by putting this on the cheekbones and also on my forehead and my jawline just to make my face appear more slim. So now to add color back into our face, I'm going to be using the NARS Blush in Orgasm, and I'm going to be using that on the MAC 150S brush, and I'm going to tap this onto the apples of my cheeks. To highlight the highest points of our face, I'm going to be using the Laura Geller Baked Illuminator in Gilded Honey, and I'm going to apply this to the cheekbones and the top of my eyebrow just to make sure that we're glowing and to tie the whole look together. So now for our lower eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the Naked Urban Decay Cherry Palette. I'm going to start off by using our transition shade Juicy. I'm going to start by blending this out and making sure that this is very smoked out. Next, I'm going to use Bing, which is a darker shade, just to apply that on top of Juicy, just making sure that Juicy still peeks through. The next shade we're going to apply is Devilish and Privacy, just like the top, just to deepen things up, and we're going to apply this on our lower lash line, and this is all being done with a pencil brush. So now we're going to go ahead and apply lower lash mascara. I'm going to be using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and wiggle this against my lower lashes. So now our last step would be to spray our entire face. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. So this is not only going to ensure that our eye makeup and our face makeup stays in place, but also the glitter. Alright guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Extreme Looks. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to get this glitter zipper face. Make sure to subscribe to Macy's channel and my channel for more. And until next time, bye!